Knicks fans that don't like the Brooklyn Nets, you could let them hear it. You could let them hear it. I'm not going to say anything because I don't hate the Brooklyn Nets like that. I know tons of Knicks fans do. But gosh, what a freaking game this was. Cleveland Cavaliers, Brooklyn Nets. Of course, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, first game, all three of them all together. Big time storyline. Will they win this game together? Does this result in winning basketball? Kevin Durant, one of the most versatile scorers of all time, off the dribble, catch and shoot, coming off of screens, absolutely unbelievable, going to the basket. Kyrie Irving, of course, known for hitting this clutch shot in the NBA Finals. We all know one of the best handles, his creativity, getting to the cup, shooter from the outside. We know he doesn't bring much defensively, but he's a freaking offensive juggernaut. Then you have a guy like James Harden, who's this really good isolation scorer, but is he going to sacrifice his role? Is he going to take a step back like a Chris Bosh did for the Miami Heat of that LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh big three? There's always that one player that has to sacrifice something in order to win an NBA championship. I'm going to tell you right now, this Nets team needs help with the bench. They need to add another piece. They can't rely on Timothy Cabarrot, and they can't rely on the rookie Reggie Perry. Reggie Perry's a nice player, but he's a rookie. He's not going to show up every single night. 10 points off the bench is unacceptable. If I was a Brooklyn Nets fan, I would be really pissed off with that. Because you're playing the team that you gave up one of the depth pieces away to. Of course, in the trade to get James Harden, you're going to have to do that to get one of the best players of all time, James Harden, don't get me wrong. But Jared Allen, the guy you gave up, he freaking balled out on you guys. A guy of Torrent Prince, he balled out as well from downtown. I remember someone said in my video, Torrent Prince isn't a big deal. He's a solid 3-and-D guy. I like Torrent Prince personally. But no, I'm not hating on Nets fans. I'm not whatsoever. Kevin Durant was absolutely unbelievable in this game. Irving was as well. Harden didn't take a lot of shots, which I was surprised with. And I was like, is he going to be aggressive in this game? And then he started initiating contact. They had a bunch of points off the bench. I believe they had over 20 points, or they had 20 points off the bench. It was unbelievable. A guy of Damian Dotson, a guy of Jared Allen. And yeah, Jared Allen didn't even start in this basketball game. And then a guy of Torrent Prince who hit some big shots down the stretch. And this game was interesting. The Cavs were up by so many points. It was unbelievable. I was like, what's going on? Harden's only attempted 8 or 9 shots. Durant's getting his though. But I look at the bench, I'm like, did I read that right? They have 4 bench points. It was just unbelievable. And this team's not great defensively. And they're going to have to get better when it comes to situational basketball. And I'm talking to Steve Nash. I did not like the play he drew up for Kevin Durant. They didn't use any bait on that play of James Harden whatsoever. We all know you're going to Kevin Durant, one of the most lethal shooters of all time, and a clutch guy down the stretch if it came to the NBA Finals with the Warriors, if it just came to games in general. And not fouling in certain situations. Kevin Durant, absolutely unbelievable. Can't blame him this game. Collin Sexton turned into a video game. This man was absolutely unbelievable. When I heard the stat, I was like, I really am going ballistic because I couldn't believe what I was watching. 20 straight points? Are you kidding me? 20 straight points. No freaking way. I was going crazy. I was freaking going insane. But yeah, the Cavs, the way they blew the lead, Okoro had a crucial foul. Durant started turning into Durant. Irving was hitting difficult shots. It's just what it was. This game wasn't going to be a blowout. It just wasn't whatsoever. Steve Nash, first year coaching, though. I'm not going to hate on Steve Nash whatsoever. But this team needs depth. That was definitely a big piece to this team. At least you have Spencer Dinwiddie. He's not going to be back this season, though. But we all know this team is championship or bust. They're not going to have, not a top draft pick, draft capital or draft picks for the next 6 or 7 years. Got rid of Karis LeVert, got rid of Jared Allen, Torrent Prince, draft picks. I've talked about it before. Kurucs might be a solid, promising young player. There's more, probably, but I don't know what's going on in my mind right now because this game was unbelievable. Collin Sexton was drilling threes, drilled one over Kevin Durant. He just took over this basketball game. And no Sexton duo, of course. There was no Darius Garland. Sadie Osman did his thing. This team produced, they just produced and they played hard for each other. Bickerstaff, good work for you, man. You're better than V-Line, of course, what he did, or I'll never forget that quote of what he said. I'm not going to get into it. But congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers and Cleveland Cavaliers fans. Just absolutely unbelievable. If you're a Nets fan, let me know down below your thoughts on this game. Just I don't know. That's got to be better. They need to add some depth. They can't enter the playoffs with just a squad relying like this big three is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong. They're going to put up stats, but does it result in winning basketball? You're going to need a guy that can do the little things. Yes, the Warriors had a guy. They had guys like Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, but they had the guy that a player that does the little things of a Draymond Green, makes the extra pass, hustles, like gets after it on the defense of the basketball, and he does the gritty little things. Do the Brooklyn Nets have that guy? Do they have that guy? They have Kyrie, but he's not gonna like do the little things like that. Kevin Durant, like yes, there's little things of his game, but I'm talking about one like specific person that's going to dive after the loose ball and that type of thing and sacrifice his body with the game on the line. Is Reggie Perry that guy? Is Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot, the Frenchman, that guy? We'll see what happens. But what an unbelievable game. Collin Sexton, just freaking fantastic. Jared Allen, shout out to my man Damian Dotson. Let me know down below. Do you think this Nets team will win an NBA championship, or do you think they need to build up the depth? And are they going to be able to do that when Kevin Durant is here? Because they're not going to have draft capital, but good thing there is free agency. Let me know down below your thoughts and analysis. Thank you so much for the great amount of support, and as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.